Okay, you guys, thank you for coming on tonight. This is a Zoom for, it was for reds and blues, but what I ended up doing was changing it up and just wanting Jenny Page. So this is with Jeni Hunter. She's a triple diamond, and I have asked her to share her story. We kind of discussed today on what we wanted to talk about. Originally, I wanted this to be like a red and blue Zoom because we have a ton of red and blues on our team. But her story, when she gave me a little rundown about it, I was like, okay, I really need to know your story because it's like it sounds amazing. And she's a red, so she's gonna give us some fire at the end to end our Zoom. So this is being recorded. You guys can share it after. There's a ton of Zooms going on tonight, so if your teams aren't on, that's okay. I'm gonna post it right away after. And Jenny, I will send it to you as well if you'd like it. So Jenny, take it away.
Okay, 2 seconds. I'm gonna turn my light on.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I have really dark walls, and sometimes it can be like,
I know.
Over here. I have like nothing on it. So, okay, so hi guys. I'm super pumped about being on tonight. Okay, so for those of you that don't know me, my name is Jeni Hunter. I'm a triple diamond. I've been with this company for a little over 4 years now, and here's just the truth. My business is constantly, it's just like, and I like that it's like that too. It kind of keeps me, awake. It keeps me aware, and it keeps me working towards that next goal and pushing myself to keep going. Let me turn this off real quick. Okay, so like a little bit about me. So when I started this business, I just needed, a couple extra $100 to just help kind of like pay some bills. And it wasn't anything that I was like, oh, we're going to do this forever. This is, gonna, replace my job and all these things. This is actually my third company that I have been with. And the other ones just weren't my thing. It just was not meant to be. And so when we started this company, I had actually overheard someone talking at a party that we were at about this weight that she had lost. And I mean, I heard that she had done the business, and I heard that she was making money, and none of that even like clicked to me. I had a 3-year-old, and I needed to lose weight. And so I was like, give me that weight loss stuff. And so I got the products, told some friends about it. So my friends were wanting to order. It's like the OG Hostapose. I didn't even know what Hostapose was, or was it I didn't even know this girl well enough to say hey, my stuff came in. So I just took a picture and posted it on Facebook and was like, hey girl, tagged this girl in it and was like, hey girl, so my stuff came in and I'm super pumped to get started. That's all I said. And my post blew up, and I sent all these people to her, and she was like, Jenny, why don't you do this with me? And I said, oh no, don't talk to me about that. No, we're not doing that. No. And so a week later, a week after trying them, I had gone to the gym one time and lost 5 pounds. And I was like, oh my gosh, this stuff really works, guys. I'm getting super pumped. Here we go again. My post blew up again. She was like, why don't you do this with me? And I was like, no. Nope, not my thing. My husband is in the Army. He's deployed all the time. He doesn't do full 1 year deployment. So he's gone 3 months, and he'll come home for a few months, and he's gone 3 months again. So he's gone a whole lot. And we had our son, and I worked full time, and let me just tell you, I spent 30 minutes a day with my kid, and life was crazy, hectic, busy. I didn't want to throw one more thing on. I literally was doing as much as I could. And I didn't want to add something else to my plate. But we were living paycheck to paycheck, and there was no extra. And so she finally just kept asking me. And so I finally said yes to her. And the rule, like the deal was, I'll say yes to you, but I'm going to only do this for 3 months and then like sign up my friends, and who's going to be dumb enough to continue ordering this stuff after 3 months anyway, right? Like no one's going to keep their auto shipment on, right? Oh yeah, of course. No one's going to do that. So you can totally quit after 3 months. This has been the longest 3 months of my entire life, guys. Okay. And I still have people that are ordering from me that ordered from the very first month. And it's just crazy. Like I got the Ruby bonus and got that $1,000, and I signed my husband up because I needed people in boxes. And so I just did it. You know, I just got people in the boxes and just kind of threw it all together. And I went Ruby, and this was on the old charts, you know. And so I'm like, $1,000 bonus. Okay. Then they bumped it to $500 bonus, I think, or something like that. And then I was like, well, I mean, I can keep going and I can get my husband a Ruby and we can get that $500 bonus. And I started seeing the money. And so I was like, I don't think I made this much with the other 2 businesses combined in like the past like 4 years. So yeah, let's do this, you know? And so I was terrified to tell him that I was staying. And before I could tell him that I was staying, he told me, you know, you're not going to quit that business, right? I said, okay. I said, so now we need a goal. And I don't suggest doing this. I don't suggest setting a goal or like getting started and then setting a goal. Like set your goal first. Okay, guys? But so I had set a goal. I said, okay, so I see how far we've gotten in just a few months. I said, so I think I can replace my full-time income with this business. And I said, it's kind of scary, but I know if I can make $2,000 a month, so I can go diamond, $2,000 a month, we can use this business and just like, you know, replace my full-time dental career income. And so I had been a dental assistant for 9 years at the time. And so I just got myself to work. And guys, when I say I got myself to work, I took excuses off the table. There were none. I had every reason to not work this business. I had every reason that I didn't have time. I had every reason to say, I'm not going to do that. But you know what? I don't like people to tell me what to do. I don't like to have a boss. I don't like to have to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and take a shower and get dressed and wake my kid up and take him to my mom's and drop him off and leave him there. And I don't like to miss those moments with him. And I don't like to work a job from 8 a.m. to like, 5 p.m. and not get home until 7 o'clock at night and not get to live my life the way that I want to. I didn't like that. Okay. And I still couldn't pay my bills. So something just didn't add up. And so I was like, okay, so I'm going to go diamond. And I said, when you're home, you get the duties. Like you come home, like you help with dinner, you clean up, you put the kid in the bath, like whatever. Like this is like, I need your help with this. And then I'm going to quit my job. I said, okay. He said, when you can bring in $2,000 a month, you can quit your job. I said, okay, done. I rebuilt my Emerald team 3 times before I got to Diamond. Okay. So I don't want you to think it was just a quick straight shot straight to Diamond. But month 11, I finally went Diamond. It was right after conference. And they brought out the good bonuses. So there was a $10,000 bonus on the line. And then they had doubled it to $20,000. And so I went Diamond that month. It was in February after my very first conference. So month 11. And then month 12, everything just kind of fell into place that my husband went diamond and I went double. So we went to double diamond in 12 months and we made $72,000 in bonuses in 2 months. That's not our commissions. That was bonuses alone. And y'all, we thought we were like top dogs. Okay. Like we were tough stuff. And, so then, the very next month I lost double and lost my husband's $20,000 bonus and my $30,000 bonus. And so all we had was my 20, which, all right, whatever, that's still fine, but like back then, once you lost it, it was gone. Right. So that was gone, whatever. So then, So then he gets deployed. Well, wait, I always say this wrong and it sounds so bad. I got pregnant and then he got deployed. I did not get pregnant while I was deployed. So he got deployed and I was pregnant. And when I tell you that, like, I'm sick when I'm pregnant, like deathly, deathly sick, like lived in the bathroom and we had our son. Slowly over the next couple of months, guys, every single person on my entire team quit my business. And when I say every person, I mean the only distributor that was left was my husband. So that's just me. Okay. Our paychecks went from like $7,000 a month to $100 a month. And remember, I quit my job, and it was rough. It was rough. And when I say rough, like we were more credit card debt at Double Diamond than we were when I started this business. And I had a full-time job. We were struggling. It was so bad. And I wallowed for 2 years. I made excuses. I blamed being pregnant. I blamed my team. I blamed my upline. I blamed the business. I blamed the economy. I blamed everything that you could possibly blame of why I lost rank and my entire team quit. I blamed them. And I would sign distributors and no one would do anything. I was in a funk. I hated everything that I was doing. I mean, I was, I was lying about life. I didn't want anyone to know that I had, dropped off that far and that had, happened. Like, who wants to say that? The day that we had my daughter, we had no money in our account. And no one even knew that, but we had no money in our account. And I was like, how in the world, like, thank the good Lord above that we have the military insurance and we didn't have to pay anything that day to have our daughter because we didn't have any money. And we struggled so bad. It was bad. And we like maxed out our credit cards. We struggled. And it wasn't until I finally realized, like, I'm supposed to learn something here. There's something from this valley that I'm supposed to learn. And I prayed about it. And, guys, we're, and I don't know, like, how you feel about Jesus and God and praying, whatever. You want to hear my story? That's my story. You're just going to get it. So, I've always prayed, like, I hate to make decisions. I'm so scared that I'm going to make, like, the wrong decision. And I just have a really hard time making decisions like that. So, I always, like my whole life, I have prayed, God, give me peace about the decision that I'm supposed to make, and give me angst and anxiety and turmoil if it's a decision that I'm not supposed to make. So, like, lead me in the right direction. Give me, even if it's weird, even if it seems like it's not the right decision, even if other people don't agree with it, if it's the right decision, give me peace. And if it's not the right decision, give me angst and anxiety and just make me just not, or it can help me feel like uneasy about that, And so I was not supposed to quit this business. Every single person in my entire life had told me that this was dumb to stay, that I shouldn't still be here, that it obviously wasn't working. I mean, friends and family had quit this business, and I mean, it was ridiculous. And I think maybe deep down inside, I knew that I wasn't doing exactly what I should have been doing to work my business. But still, they had all said to quit. And so what do you do? And I knew in my heart I wasn't supposed to quit. And as hard as it was to look my husband in the face and say, I'm not going to go back to work, I looked him in the face and said, I'm not going back to work. But for me to be able to say that, I had to get my rear end in gear, right? So I had been searching YouTube for stories and people that, so here, okay. So one, I decided that I needed to do whatever it took. I took all excuses off the table. I took all negativity off the table, like nothing. The only option that there was to succeed. So I just said, if this works like, prove it to me. Like, God, prove this to me. And so I found people that were doing exactly what I wanted to do. People that had a comeback, that had lost their team, that had lost strength and came back. And I wanted to see that people were enrolling customers, that people were enrolling distributors, and that they were promoting new people on their team. Because if like I saw that, if I saw that people were bringing in distributors and bringing in customers, and that they had new people that were actually like going up the ranks, then that meant that this business worked. It just also meant that I wasn't doing what I needed to do to get there. Okay. So, I found Rachel Jones. And I say found her, I mean, like, I knew who she was, but I didn't know her story really. And someone actually had sent me the story and they said, Jeni, you and Rachel Jones are so much alike, like so much of your story and who you are and your personality. And like, y'all, like, I think you're really going to love this. And so I sat on my back porch and I watched the story of Rachel Jones. And I literally ugly cried, sobbed my eyes out for over an hour watching her tell her story. And I knew right then, if she did this, there is no reason in the whole world that I can't do this. My husband got home and I said, sit down. I said, you're going to watch this video, because I needed him to see that it was possible too. And I've always been like that, guys. Like, get your husbands involved. Like, they don't have to, he does not work this business. He does not sign customers. He does not do any of that. But I needed him on my side. I needed his faith in that. I can do it on my own. I don't need anyone else's faith. I don't need you to cheer me on. I don't need you to tell me that I can do it. But when this is my husband and this is our family and this is our finances and we do life together, then I need your faith in this, so you're not wanting to strangle me when I tell you I'm going to go watch my third Zoom for the day, or I'm going to go in here and I'm going to work and you're not going to talk to me for 2 days. You know, like, I need you on the same page with me. So he sat down and he watched this video, and here I am, ugly crying again. Like, I saw, like literally at one point there was nothing left in me, and I think I could have just taken a nap, but I went and got to work instead. And so I said, she's doing it. Like, she did this. Like, I can do this too. And so then I found someone that led like I wanted to lead. And I know these two people are like kind of like cliche at this point. At this point, just because we all know their names and it's like, yeah, well, that's duh. But I didn't at that point. But I started watching Morgan McIntyre at the time, whatever. So I know Morgan Martin's trainings. I did not have an active upline at the time who was like pouring into their team. That's not bad on her. She has had like massive life happen, but I was on my own. Like, I didn't have someone that could, like, you know, pour into me and to train me and teach me and run beside me. I didn't know how to train a team. I didn't have a team, but I thought, if I'm going to, I got to know what to do, and I get one because there's not going to be anyone else to I can train them, you know? And so I started watching her trainings and I taught myself how to lead a team. Even before I had a team, there was no one on my team, guys, not a single person on my team. And this was in January. So I started watching her Zooms in January, and seriously, she would do a training and I would write. Basically word for word. And I've told her that I do this, so now I can like say that I did this. But instead of sending her Zoom to my team, I took her fire, I took her energy, I legit took her words, and I trained the team, my uplines team. So my sideline team. So I didn't have a team, but I still did trainings. I still did work Zooms. I still did all these things with people that were not under me, because I had to do, like, it was just what I needed to do. And so much of this goes back to, there was things that I needed to learn in the valley that I would never have been able to learn if I had a team under me. If my same team stayed, I wasn't ready to be a double diamond leader. And it wasn't until I admitted that I could then open myself up to say, I got to learn to do it. I have to prep myself to get here. And I tell my team all the time, don't be scared to go live on this team page. I don't care if you feel like you suck at it, but you're never going to learn unless you do it. Don't wait to get perfect before you do it, or you're never going to do it. I'm still not perfect. Guys, like, listen, I just came out of the bathroom because I was nervous to get on the Zoom. And I've done like 7 Zooms this week, okay? Like, every time I do a Zoom, like, I get nervous about it. Every time I go live on my own team page, I get nervous about it. It's just what it is. you know, but you're never going to get better unless you do it and know what you have to get better at. And so I trained these people that weren't even my like downline. And like whatever. I legit would take like hours to watch a Zoom, and I would write down everything she says, and I would go and I would do this Zoom for them. They're like, oh my gosh, you were so great. And I was like, yeah, thanks. I totally took credit for it. I'm like, yeah, thanks. But it built my confidence, and it built, if I could do that for them, then I could do that for my team too. So insert conference. This is the year that Mark did the Dark Horse speech, okay? And I'll just tell you, still to this day, wrecks my soul. Wrecks everything in my soul. Okay? So I already was prepared for a comeback. You know, like I already knew I had no other option. And he does that speech, and I'm telling you, literally, probably everyone in the room heard me sobbing my eyes out. Like, so he gets to the end, and so like my husband's there beside me. I was a double diamond at executive rank, making $100 a month with not a single person I didn't even have a team. Talk about absolutely humiliating. I was humiliated to even be in the room. I felt like I don't even deserve to be in this room with these people because I'm a fraud and I suck at this and I've lost everything. And who am I to even be here? And he gives that speech and I start crying. I mean, I cried like the whole weekend, but like that just like, I'm telling you, we stood up and he starts talking and he points his finger, and I'm just telling you, I don't care if you thought he was talking to you because he wasn't talking to you, he was talking to me. Like the room got quiet, and I'm telling you, he looked straight out and he was just talking, and I swear like his finger went straight to my face, and I'm just ugly crying, and literally I hit my knees, and he said, I want you to look at me. And he said, I am talking to someone in this room right now who you have lost everything. And I get choked up every time. And he said, your time is now. You are my dark horse. And he says, next conference, you'll be down here in VIP. And like, this is your time. And so I left, and I sobbed all the way home. So I was staying in a house with my like upline and some other like leaders, and their teams came over, and I sat on the couch and cried the whole night. And I was like, just don't talk to me. I'm just going to sit over here and work. Like, you just ignore me. Like, it's okay. And we maxed every credit card we had to get to conference. Like, we didn't know how we were going to eat, like whatever, but we got there. Whatever it took, I knew I had to get there. And I couldn't feed my kids, but I was going to get to conference. So if you're not going to like Green Carpenter conference, like, you're crazy. Just go. I don't care if you have to sleep in your car. Just get there. But so we leave and we come home, and I pulled out an ambassador chart. Like, I'm totally like a go big or go home kind of girl, like whatever. So I pulled out an ambassador chart, the old ambassador chart, and I laid on my face and I sobbed on my floor, and I said, God, listen, I'm tired of doing it my way. I am running on a hamster wheel, and I am trying so hard to force this to work. And I know you told me that I wasn't supposed to leave. I know that you're telling me that this is where I'm supposed to be. And so do something with it. Like, I mean, I was mad and I was kind of yelling at him, but I was kind of also desperately like begging for him to do something and whatever. Sometimes I feel like we have to get there though. Like sometimes I feel like we have to just be desperate and say, whatever it takes, just do it, you know? And so I did. Ambassador chart. I said, God, you know every name that's on this chart. You know every person that's going to join my team. You know every customer that's going to fill every bit of volume that's going to be on this chart. Guys, this was the old chart. It's like the big one. Okay. I said, you know all of this. Take me to them. I'm tired of trying to find them. I'm tired of just sitting here and doing it my way when you already know who they are. And I said, God, I'm going to give you the beginning of every day and the beginning of every check. If you will take me to where you want me to be in this business. And when you tell me that I'm not supposed to leave, that means I know I'm going to the top, because I don't do things mediocre. I don't do things halfway. And so if you tell me I'm supposed to be here, then I know that you're telling me that I'm going to the top. I know that you tell me that I'm going to pour my heart out to people. I know that when you say I'm supposed to be here, I'm going all out. At executive, making $100 a month at Double Diamond, whatever, right? But that's what I knew in my heart, and I just prayed it. And so I had done some hosted posts before. And now, okay, so I'm going to tell you how I got there. And I'm just going to be really honest with you. I don't really know what the heck is up with Facebook right now on hosted posts, but it's not working for me right now. Okay. So know this is how I got here, but I'm going to kind of flip in just a second and kind of tell you what I'm doing now. So just know, we're getting there. But so I hadn't really done hosted posts. I had tried it. Everybody and their grandmother was doing cleanse hosted posts, and I hated it, and it was horrible, and it wasn't working. And anyone that even did buy a cleanse from me didn't lose like 50 pounds in like 3 minutes and didn't like it. And I was getting pissed off customers, and I was just like, I don't even know what to do. So I said, I'm never going to do hosted posts again. And I started using our coffee. I hate coffee, by the way. And so I started to drink the coffee, and I lost 50 pounds with the coffee, but I lost weight really quickly with it. And so I just started telling my story. And then I thought, you know what? I'm going to try a coffee hosted post. Like, no one's doing it. I'm just going to try it. And so I started to try a coffee hosted post, and I had someone that was a friend. She's like a friend of a friend that lives in a completely different state. And she wanted some coffee, and she loved it. She hated coffee. She doesn't like it. She whatever. And so I was like, I'm going to see if Lauren will do a hosted post for me. I don't really know her that well, but she has lots of friends. And so if one's going to work, it's probably going to be this one. And it's in a completely different market than me. Than my area right here. Because my entire team, Double Diamond team, was basically within a 45-minute area of where I live. Okay. And so I asked her to do a hosted post. She waited 3 days to do the hosted post. She rewrote my entire post, and she made it sound like her and not me. She posted a picture that was not the picture that I sent her. And literally, I gave it to her when I did because I wasn't busy. And she posted it as I was walking out the door to go to a concert that I had begged my husband to take me on, that I was super pumped about. And it was one of our one and only date nights that we got. Because, now we have 2 kids, right? So we're walking out the door, and it's ding, 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 ding. I mean, the post blew up. It had 20 something comments in 5 or 10 minutes. I was like, sorry, babe. I'm not going to work during the concert, but I'm going to work on the way and at dinner and whatever. And I ended up working all night long. But that post was made on the 17th of the month. And from the 17th on, that month, I signed over 40 little customers, and I signed 9 distributors. Okay. So I had it enrolled in 2 years. So I don't even know what the heck happened, but it flipping blew up. Okay. I begged her. And let me just tell you guys, sometimes unanswered prayers are the best prayers that you can ever get. I begged her, oh my God, Lauren, please sign up with me. Please sign up with me. I haven't had a distributor sign up with me and do diddly crap in 2 years. And oh my God, she would have been the best distributor. And I still honestly feel like she would be one of the best distributors, and she would be by my side and run with me to the top of this company. Okay. But remember, I had no working distributors anywhere, and I had to completely rebuild. If Lauren would have signed up with me, every single one of that would have went under Lauren, and she would have surpassed me so fast. But because she didn't sign up as a distributor, I got to personally enroll and place every single one of those people. And let me just tell you, so when you go over Diamond, I don't know what everyone's rank is here, but so you get cab bonuses at Diamond, and then it goes up at Double and whatever. So even if you're not maintaining that rank, they're still coded to you at diamond and double and triple and president ambassador. And so when you re-rank that rank, you're going to get those CAB bonuses on those people. So, okay, so keep that in mind, okay? Don't forget that very important part. So I personally enrolled all of these people, and we started to blow up, like Ruby in their first couple of weeks, Emerald, Diamond in 3 months. And so when I went double diamond, where it took me at 12 months to get double diamond, and my husband was my diamond, remember that? Yeah, I never promoted a diamond, and I built the emerald, you know, and the two people that, well, his emerald was not like legitimately built. They just were going for quick, you know, bonuses, and it was just really bad, and that's why everything fell apart, was his leg. And so it was a crap diamond leg, and so now I have a diamond here, and I have a diamond there, and I have a diamond here, and they're personally enrolled, and I have these extra legs, and oh my gosh, like what's happening? And 4 months I was double diamond. No, 4 months I was, no, 3 months I was back at diamond, and then 2 months later I was back to double diamond, okay, with brand new distributors, brand new people. I just got into a role. I didn't stop. I didn't stop working. Every single person got asked to make a post for me. Every single person that made a post for me got asked to be a distributor. Even if they didn't sign up then, I signed a customer a couple weeks ago that commented on her post like a year and a half ago that has followed me for a year and a half and never signed up. So like, you are planting seeds, and don't stop. And this is why consistency is so good. This person was so skeptical. They were so skeptical, and they needed to see that I was going to be consistent. And if I wasn't going to be consistent, then guess what? They didn't know me. And remember, all these people signed up. I basically signed up an entire town of this little place called Athens, Alabama, and Limestone County, which is like, there's nothing there but farmland. Okay. And they were the resurrection of my business. So don't judge either. Like, you just don't ever know. And so every single person got asked, and some people said yes and signed up to become distributors without even trying the product. Some people said, I want to try the product. And so guess what? I signed up half their friends, and then they became distributors. And then they're like, oh my gosh, I should have signed up sooner. Like, whatever. Everything fell into place just like it was supposed to fall into place. And that's what you need to know. Like, I don't care if you just started this business last week and you're like, oh my God, like, what are you talking about? Or if you've been in this business for 7 years, like, it doesn't matter. Everything is going to happen if you are consistent and you are working your business like you were supposed to work your business. And you honestly can lay your head down at night and say, I've given it my all. Then it's going to work out when it's supposed to work out. Guys, I didn't go triple until after conference. And remember, Mark looked at me and he told me, next year at conference, you're going to be down here in VIP. And guess what? I wasn't. And I was like walking into conference, like, I done told a bunch of people that I was going triple and I was going to be VIP. And I let myself down, and I was discouraged about that, you know, but it wasn't my time to go triple. It just wasn't. And so we got out of conference, and then I was like, oh my gosh, we changed the compensation plan and we changed all this so I can go triple this month. Well, I didn't go triple that month either. I went triple the next month. You know, but everything's worked out exactly like it was supposed to work out with the people that it was supposed to work out with. And let me just tell you, when you lose your entire team and you stick around, this is why it just boggles my mind when people want to quit this business, especially people who are like presidential ambassador people that want to quit. Girl, you're crazy. Let me lose my whole team and rebuild again so my entire team is coded to me as whatever you want it to be coded to you as. Because I had $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 cab runs because my entire team is coded to me as double diamond. So every time anybody signs up, they're at least coded to me at double diamond. Right? And so anytime anybody joins my team, I'm going to automatically get that cab bonus on them. All right. So I don't care where you are. I don't care who has joined you or who has quit or who what. Timing is right. And if you are in a valley, you have a lesson to learn in your valley. And it's not until you are mature enough, because this is just the truth. It's not until you are mature enough to understand where you're at and admit that it's your fault. I don't care who, and people might get mad at me for saying this, and I might not make friends. I don't care. I've never heard a fall apart story. And this is why, guys, like, I used to be terrified to tell my story because I was so scared that I was going to like intimidate someone that was brand new. And here's just the truth. The truth is the truth. It is, you can fall apart in this business. People are going to come and people are going to go. That is just the nature of this business. But I have never heard a fall apart story where the person that fell apart could honestly say, I did everything I could. And I was working my business to the point that I should have been working my business. I was enrolling, and we progress by bringing in distributors and bringing in customers. And if you're not bringing in distributors and you're not bringing in customers, guess what's going to happen? You're going to fall apart. That's just the truth. You're going to fall apart if you are not enrolling. And I even went through a phase where I just desperately needed volume. And so I thought, well, I don't need to sign distributors. I need to sign customers. And guys, the quickest way to gain volume, I know it doesn't make sense, like logically when you look at think about it, but the quickest way to get volume is to sign distributors because they're reaching a whole new market that you don't have access to. Okay, so don't stop enrolling distributors. Every single person that I talk to gets asked if they will do this business with me. And the majority of them tell me no at first. And I don't let that stop me. I continue going because they're going to. Guys, there are people that have watched me for over 4 years do this business that are just now joining me. Family that's watched me. So your consistency and your ability to say, this is where I am planting my sneakers and my feet are stuck in this ground and I am loyal because I love this company and because I love what it stands for. I told you guys that this is my third business that I've been with. My mother has been in direct sales with one company for over 20 years. And I've seen them. This is something that's always interested me because I knew what it could do for our family, but I never it had failed twice and it just wasn't anything that I really wanted to be disciplined enough to do because you have to be honest with yourself and you are your own boss. Like just because we do this doesn't mean that we're just going to get money put into our bank account every month. You got to work for it. So I knew that this could bring me home to my kids. I knew that something like this would work. And so when I finally just decided to do this, like, I'm not going anywhere. Like, you showed me a CEO on this planet that's better than Mark Pentecost. You show him to me and I'll give you my check. There's not one. There's not a CEO that is going to do for you like he does and love you like he does and who is going to have a wife that is going to devote her life to praying for you and for your business and for your family like Cindy is going to. And I will never go anywhere. And I've proved that. I lost everything and I still stayed. And I have an incredible comeback. Like, when you put the time in and when you put the devotion in to do it, then that's when you're going to reap the benefit of that. And I think so many times too, we have a mindset of, well, this person went straight to the top and this person did this and this person did that. And guys, business, if we're just honest, compare this business to any other business on the street. My stepdad has owned his own business basically my entire life. And we were talking one day just about numbers. I like to like compare stuff like that, and we were talking about numbers in his business. And the month that I went triple diamond, our numbers were almost the same. Like his sales and not my personal, but my like team sales, they were almost the same for his business. It's been around for 20 years, and it really opened my eyes to like what I have my hands on. It's like a corporation. There's all these people, and he's not selling a $30 bottle of grains. He's selling like supplies to like fix cars with. So they're a lot more expensive than ours, right? And I'm seeing this, and I watch it, and I thought back. I don't know why I had never compared this before, but I thought back to like growing up, and we would talk about numbers and how much he wanted to sell that day and how much he wanted to bring in that day and how much he wanted to do. And my mom too. And some months the number was high and some months the number was low. And sometimes he was pushing for goals and sometimes he wasn't pushing for goals. And it does this. And that's what you have to understand. You have a business. You're not on a rocket ship to the top. And when you understand that as long as you're doing the work, as long as you're planting the seeds, as long as you are asking people to join your business and you are telling people about these products that you are using, that you are getting results with, that's changing your life, as long as you're doing that and you do that in large numbers every day, guys, this business will work for you. There's no way that it can't. And here's the truth. Guess what? I lost everything. I went from making $7,000 a month to making $100 a month to making over $10,000 a month. I worked in the dental field for 10 years and never made more than $15 an hour. Why was I so devoted to that? Why was I okay for my boss to have like 3 different houses and live in a mansion 10 minutes down the road from me and and go on like lavish vacations and do all of these things? Why was I okay with that when I couldn't pay my bills? And if I have the opportunity to build it once, I have the opportunity to build it again. And so why would I have walked away from that? And so now, like, I look back and I'm like, those thoughts were so dumb that I had, like, and like, not even that I thought about quitting. That was just never really even a thought to me. But I see so many people walk away. They think, oh, you know what? The grass might be greener over here. You know what? Yeah, that grass might be greener over there today. But what's going to happen when you get over there and you don't work that business? Guess what? It's going to be crap. Like, it's going to fall. Like, you have to do the work either here or there. You do. And so you can either do this and you can have an unlimited cap. And I don't even know why I'm like talking about not quitting so much. Maybe somebody is like going to think about quitting. I don't know. But you have an uncapped income ability with this business. Whatever it takes. Get in self-development. Like this, that is, if I could give you any massive tip right now, I would say to dig yourself in self-development. Do your daily affirmations, the law of attraction. I tell myself every day that I am presidential. I tell myself every day that I am in the top 100 income earners, and I am in that. I tell myself every day that my team is in the top 150 with me. I write down exactly the kind of distributor that I want to join my team. Exactly. Down to what you look like, down to how you act, down to the kind of friends that you have, down to the kind of whatever it is. I tell myself the people that I'm going to enroll. I tell myself the life that I'm going to live. I tell myself the paycheck that I'm going to make. And I put it around my house. Put it around your house. I have one in my car. It says, I am presidential. I make $20,000 a month and I'm on the white couch at conference. That's just a selfish goal, but it's just one of those things, and so your bathroom mirror, Ashley Mayfield, she says, put it on top of your toilet paper roll because you're going to sit down and go to the bathroom every day. And so you're going to have to look at it. And guys, sometimes I look at it and I don't even stop to read it, but it's just subconsciously getting in my head. And when you write, like, there's not a day that goes by that I don't write down my affirmations. Even if things aren't true, I tell myself that I'm bold. I tell myself that I am inspiring. I tell myself that I'm confident. I tell myself that even when I don't want to work my business, I still go work my business. I tell myself the things that I struggle with. And here's the key to this. Here's the trick to this, is that if you're telling yourself all these things and as you're writing it down, you're thinking, but I don't even have a team. but I haven't signed a distributor in 6 months. But I'm working really hard and haven't gotten anywhere. So what's going to be the difference? When you're telling yourself these things, you are discrediting everything that you write down. And so get this book. If you have not read Denise Walsh's Dream Life book, get it. Get it. It's changing my life. And if you have not read The 5-Second Rule by Mel, what's her name? Someone help me out. I say the wrong name every time. Mel Robbins. I want to call her Mel Gibson, and Mel Gibson did not write that book. Like, it's like what naturally comes out. Mel Robbins. Okay? Listen, I don't care if you're a reader or you're not a reader. I don't care if you like to listen to audiobooks or not. I want you to download Audible. And you get a free book when you download it. I want you to let her read that book to you. This was the first book that I ever listened to on Audible. Actually, it was the second. The first one was Chip Gaines' book, which is a great book too. But I want you to let her read this book to you. She's not my favorite. She has a filthy mouth, and I cuss a little sometimes too. So like, it's like not the end of the world. But when I do self-development, I do like to kind of keep myself geared towards spiritual things, because I know that that's where my success comes from. And so I like to keep my mind in that, but she's not on there. And so when she talks, and like, I don't want to like, hurt someone's feelings. This is just me. Like, it's just me. So you take with it what you want to take with it, just like I take from that what it is. So it's called The 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins. But she talks about the universe. And so when someone talks about the universe, I flip it to God. Like, God made the universe. So, that's kind of how it goes, in my head. So she's not my favorite. But this is my hands down favorite book, because and guys, I'm not a green. I don't know how things work. I don't know I don't know all that stuff. Like, I don't even care about it all. Like, but she tells me how scientifically my brain is wired to do self-preservation and not make me work. How when I am nervous to do something, it is natural in my brain to make me not want to do something. And I stop myself, and how you can flip your brain and you can make your brain not go into self-preservation mode. And to this day, I still, not a day goes by that I don't count down from 5 to 1. Like, it's just natural to me now. And then in here, Denise does the same thing. She talks about how these things scientifically, when you do this, it's impossible for you to not become successful if you do what she's telling you to do. And so these are two of my all-time favorite books. Okay. And if you tell me that you don't have time to read, I'm going to tell you to go reevaluate your life. And like, it's a non-negotiable. And I have a busy life. I have a crazy life. I have things going on. I have every reason why I can't do things. And so does everyone else. I mean, there are people on my team whose husbands got murdered in their home. There are people that have like deployed husbands for like a whole year and have like tons of kids. There are people that have massive life happening. And I give them the same thing that I am giving you right now. Read these books and go work your business. Have a 6 list, non-negotiable. And when you say like non-negotiable, guys, like Rachel Hollis, like she's like my spirit animal. Like, I want to be her one day when I grow up. Like, but like, she's like, one thing that she has said that has just wrecked my world, because I am a mom, I am a wife, I am a friend, I'm a daughter, I'm a leader, I'm a this, I'm a that. I do all these things. I make everyone else happy. So I want to always like go do all these things, and I'm always last. And it wasn't, I had to flip that, where I come first, not out of selfishness, but because I can't be who I'm supposed to be to all these other people until I'm full myself. And so don't break a promise to yourself. Promise yourself that you're going to do your 6 list. And Karina, I'm going to answer you in like 2 seconds. Promise yourself that you're going to do your 6 list. If I don't do my 6 list, I don't do my job. I can't provide for my kids. I can't provide for my husband. I can't be a good friend because I'm stressing. Like, my 6 list is the key to all of it. And so it is I don't care what I have to say no to. Like, it doesn't matter. Everything gets said no to until I do my 6 list every single day. So every single day I post about either the business or the products. Here lately, I do it in my story. This is because I'm practicing trying to figure out this like algorithm thing, because it's just so weird and I don't really know what's going on with it. Okay. So I haven't done host to post this week or this month. Because I'm testing the waters. If host to post is working for you, don't stop. I feel like host to post is the best thing that could ever happen to your business, because you do everything that you need to do for this business with this one task. You're making a post, and you can get multiple of these out a day, the same post even. So it's mass action that's going to bring in mass results, right? So this is why I love host to post. And this is why it has worked so well, because you're posting, okay? You're starting conversations, you're getting in inboxes, okay? So that's my next one. So you post. I'm posting more in my story. And guys, on my story, I'm holding the button down and I'm talking. And so yes, I have all the crazy apps. I have Mojo and Cut Story, and I do the music, and I do the fancy things. I do that sometimes. But what I have found that works the best is I hold that button down and I talk. I'm just me. Today, I talked about that I am just lazy by nature. I don't like a boss. I don't like to go to work. I was 2:00 and I was sitting on my couch in my pajamas and I wanted Chick-fil-A, and I went and got Chick-fil-A. And how I did what was normal for so long and couldn't pay my bills. And so now I can sit on my couch and I can play on, Instagram and Facebook all day, and I can make $10,000 a month. And so maybe you're like me. Maybe you need extra money. Maybe you don't want to quit your job. Maybe whatever it is, but if you need some extra money and you're watching this right now, because it was like six slides in. I said, if you're still watching this, then obviously you have time on your hands that you could, why not make some money doing exactly what I'm doing and I picked up my sunglasses and was like, no makeup. Guys, I put eyeliner on just to do this Zoom. So I'm like, why are you not doing this yet? And this might not be for you. That's fine. You go to work and we'll stay over here and play on Instagram and make money all day. And I was like, totally kidding, but I'm kind of not kidding. And people are voting on it. I've got 6 votes on that one thing. So it's because they're seeing me. It's because I'm real. It's because I'm talking. So post. Get in people's inbox. I message people every single day. And sometimes I don't even mention the business or the products. I've just now started working Instagram. I built to double, lost it all, went to triple with Facebook alone. Okay. I'm just now working Instagram, and I'm just now getting into it, and I work it completely different. I used to teach my team, don't message people, only do host to post, Well, now that's not working. So I message people all day, every day. And I know I'm kind of cutting it short on time, so I'm kind of trying to talk really fast. But so all day long, I get messages on my Instagram of different companies wanting me to collab with them. Okay, collab with me. Here, I'm going to send you my product for free. Or, hey, and most of them are asking you to purchase product from them. So come purchase my product. I'll give you a discount. You talk about it on your page and you tag us, and we'll feature you on our page or whatever. And we'll give you a discount code for your friends to use a discount code. So what do? We talk about products that we use and we love on our Facebook page. And not only does our company give us a discount that we can offer to our friends, but they give us the opportunity to make an uncapped income and build a corporation under ourselves, or not a corporation, an organization under ourselves that we can make residual income. Why am I going to want to talk about your scrunchies that I don't even like on my Instagram all day so I can get 20% off of a scrunchie, and so I can get my friend 20% off a scrunchie, so then you can go to all my friends and ask all my friends to do the same thing? when I can go and ask all my friends to do the same thing and I can make an income on my friends' sales? It's called residual income. So, hey girl, I just came across your page and I am completely obsessed. I like love how you do your page, or you're gorgeous or whatever. I give them a compliment, because if you tell someone that they're pretty, they're going to kind of turn into mush in your hand. So I tell them how pretty they are and how much I love their page. And I say, listen, so I really think that you could do exactly what I do. Like, would you be interested in making some extra money from your phone? And listen, guys, like, that's it. Super simple. And if they're already doing a bunch of, like, collabs, and they have like 60 million friends on Instagram or followers, whatever it is, I still have like Facebook lingo, but like followers on there, I'm like, girl, so listen, I just see like you're collabing with all these like, different companies, but you also just said that you don't have any money. And so you have to do a collab to make money to buy a dress to go to a party next weekend. And so I don't know if you've ever even thought about doing what I do, but I turned a $20,000 job career into $10,000 a month on Instagram. Would you like to hear how I did that? You think you'd be interested in that? And maybe you don't have that story, but something. You make money every month, right? And so I turn it's a collab. Would you like to collab with me? The only difference is that this is your own business and you have all the rights to it. And at that point, it's a no-brainer. And people are like, oh my gosh, yes. And I ask people that all day long. All day long. Okay, so 6 lists. So self-development, non-negotiable. I do a self-development Zoom with my team every single morning where we journal and we write down affirmations and we like do all these things. So like, do that. Heck, get on my Zoom. I don't care. Do self-development every day. It is a non-negotiable. Add to your market. Add friends, follow people. I follow people all day long. All day long. So find boutiques that you like, find jewelry that you like, find a college that you like, find a town you like, find, I don't even care what it is, but if they look like someone that might be like you, or someone that when you wrote down your dream distributor, is that the kind of person that might fit that thing? I follow them. Follow all the time. All day long, I follow people. I've never gotten blocked, but I'm not going to tell you that you're not. Yes, I'm serious about getting on my Zoom. I'll give her my Zoom code for the morning. It's early though. It's 6 a.m. in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. But so follow, and then you have to get in inboxes and you have to interact with people. So I interact, I comment on posts, and I comment on stuff all the time. I watch stories and I send them messages to get into their inbox. My first message, very rarely ever, unless we have communicated back and forth on posts a couple times, and you're going to know names that keep like popping up. But I like that first message, I'm just telling them something like that their kid is cute. I don't care, even if their kid's not cute. Like, they think their kid's cute, and if you tell them that their kid's cute, like they're gonna love you for that. And I used to think that was so creepy. Like, I'm not gonna tell someone that their kid is cute, or that I like their kid's clothes and that looks like came out of a pile on the floor. But if you tell them that, they're gonna feel loved about it. And I'm not saying, like, be genuine, don't lie to people, but all kids are cute to some extent, right? So, like, tell them, like, say something nice to them, okay? Like, make their day. And that's my goal. Like, make someone's day. How can I make this person's day today? I'll go to their page. Listen, there's this girl right now, she's want to join my team, and like all she does is journal in this book all day. It's all she posts about, but she wants to join my team, and I think she'd be great. Like, the way she talks to me, like, her niche is the journaling, but she's so much more than that. And I got to go on there and I tell her journaling for the day looks great, and she puts these stickers everywhere, and I just don't get it, and I don't have time for that, and I don't understand it, but she put a lot of time into that, and if she's going to post a picture of it, she's proud of it. So I'm going to tell her that I like it. Okay, so tell them that you like it, whatever. make someone's day. If you can invest into enough people's lives, they're going to start investing back into your life. And whether that investing means they're going to start liking your stuff, that investing might mean join your business, that investing might mean buy your products, that investing might be share a post, that investing might be someone 3 months down the road might say, I just need a business and I need someone that I can trust. And they're going to say, this girl, I have followed her for 6 months and I believe her, and because she is real and she goes live and she is a real person, and I see the success that her team is having and I see the success that she is having, maybe you should check her out. That's investing in your business. That's what consistency does. You don't ever know when someone's going to need you. So self-development, posting, engaging, ask every single day. I ask at least 10 people to join my business. Right now, I need distributors to box for press. So right now I'm asking 20 a day, 20 people a day between Facebook and Instagram. And I do follow up. I want to talk to enough people to where I don't only follow up on Follow Up Friday, but I follow up every single day, and not with the same people, but with different people. Okay, so I follow up. I say, and follow up might not even be, hey, like, let's get your order in. Why are you being so slow? Like, follow up might just be like, oh my gosh, girl, you just posted this. And just getting your name in front of their face. If they see your name pop up, they're not going to forget about you. So don't let people forget about you. Like, don't join my team if you're not ready, but you had better believe that we're going to become best friends in the process, because I'm not going to leave you alone until you say yes, but do it when you're ready, kind of thing. And that's my list. I don't know if that was 6 or not. Was that 6 things that I said?
I don't know, because seriously, I was just like, I'm just so.
I think
seriously, that was freaking amazing. I can't even everything you said was just so bang on, and there's I can't even preach enough, the whole signing distributors. I it's so hard to preach this to people, especially when they're new. For example, they've seen you do things when you first started, and maybe you were signing more loyal some distributors, but signing distributors is so key to your business. It is killing two birds with one stone. Loyal customers don't get you as far as distributors do. That's just the case. And
right.
Conference. My God, it's so exciting. It's so exciting and it's so important. You and I have a similar timeline on promotions, because I went triple at the same time. And I'll never forget that dark horse speech. Oh God, me and Karina looked at each other and I bawled my eyes out. I just put makeup on the whole weekend.
Still to this day, hold on. I had a million messages, but look, still to this day, this is my background on my phone.
Yes, honestly.
And then at that point, it was this is where I'm going, and this is who I am. And now it reminds me, don't ever stop. It's just my daily kick in the tail to get my butt in gear. And this is where I came from, and I'm just going to keep on going. And so.
Absolutely. And if you guys haven't watched that speech, if you didn't go to conference, you haven't watched it, it's on YouTube. So powerful. You guys, oh gosh. Okay, seriously, Jeni, you have me so fired up right now. I'm just excited. Everything you talked about was so bang on. Your story.
Okay, so one more thing. Going back to that DT thing, because I've just now realized that I can be a mass DT enroller. So for 4 years, I haven't been a mass distributor enroller. And it's because I told myself that I wasn't. And I would even make up excuses as to why I couldn't sign distributors and why I didn't want to be a mass distributor enroller. Well, I don't want people to get lost, and I want to be able to train my people, and I want to be able to be there, and I want to all these things. I made excuses as to why I was not enrolling distributors. And it wasn't until I said, I'm not a mass enroller, because I'm telling myself that I'm not a mass enroller. And so I turned it around. And now every day I am a mass distributor enroller. Guys, if they're meant to be here, they're going to work their business. It doesn't matter how many distributors you bring in. It doesn't matter what you do for them. And I've just learned the more I do for somebody, the quicker they fall off my team. So you're kind of on your own, whatever.
Oh,
I don't even
so true.
And so the more people that I can bring in, the quicker I'm going to find my runners. And so I've just stopped telling myself that. I didn't work Instagram because I told myself that I was scared of Instagram, and then it just wasn't my thing because Facebook was my thing. Well, guess what? Facebook has stabbed me in the freaking back. And so now I have no choice. And I tell myself every day, I'm good at Instagram. And guys, I'm having a blast on Instagram. People are finally responding to my stories because I'm pouring my heart into it. And I'm paying it attention is paying attention back to me. And so, you know, stop telling yourself that you're not good at something. Stop giving yourself reasons why it's okay that you're not enrolling. The only reason that you're not enrolling is because you're not doing the work that it takes to get there. And that's you. If you want to be successful in this business, then you're going to have to accept the fact that sometimes you don't want to hear things that are the truth. Amen. And I didn't want to either. But it wasn't until I decided that, okay, I need someone to look at me and speak truth to me and tell me, here's what you need to do. Go and do it. And if you're not having the results that you want, it's because you're not doing enough of it. Like, okay. And guess what? So now we have a completely different life. Because I got myself in gear, you know? And so just if you're not good at something, tell yourself that you are good at it. If you're going to sit here and you're going to tell yourself 15 things about yourself, about your business, about whatever, about your life that aren't 100% positive, write it down. Write it down. And then if you write it down, you have to write a truth beside it. And when I write a truth beside it and I scribble that lie out, if you're telling yourself something that is not 100% positive, then you're telling yourself a lie. You're telling yourself a lie. And do you really want to live your life based on lies? I don't. And so I know I have to come back and tell myself the truth. And when I write that truth down, I come back and I scribble that lie out, and it's like it does something in my head and it just goes away. And I don't tell myself that anymore because I can come back and I can look at that paper and I can say, okay, here's the truth. People do want this business. I just haven't asked the right people. And that's all it boils down to. So what do you tell yourself every day?
Wow. It's so true though, seriously. It's crazy. It's all from other people, even though you know that. It's like you know this, but you need to hear it almost 100 times by 100 different people. It's
yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you seriously so much. Like, I'm so glad you made that post to get you on here because the story is really good. I'm going to put this on my YouTube channel and then I'm going to share it and I'll send it to you. Your story is like I was saying to you earlier today, like it's one thing for me to get you on here and just speak fire into us, but what it inspires me and motivates me is someone's story, because I've never in 3 years in this business heard someone tell a story that they came from a wealthy family, they have the money that they want, they have the time that they want, they don't struggle, and they just do this because it's fun. Like, I've never heard the story. So this is something that is like, that just gets me so worked up, and I just want to get off here and work. So
okay. So listen, what you just said, I've never heard someone that said like, whatever. Here's why stories work. Here's why stories fire you up, is because they're relatable. And so how are you going to get someone to join your business? You're going to tell your story. Do you know why you're going to tell your story? Because it's relatable. And the second that someone can relate to you, you have them in the palm of your hand. So be relatable. I don't care. You know what? I don't like to tell people that I fed my kids ramen noodles, not because they're like delicious, but because like we couldn't afford anything else. Like we would eat macaroni and cheese, add a double diamond. And listen, I'm not ashamed. Ramen noodles and macaroni and cheese is so freaking good. And that's why I will never be skinny and whatever. But I don't like to admit that I couldn't afford anything else. But it was the truth. And you know what? There's somebody out there that's just like that. That's like, oh my God, yes, like whatever. Or just simply like today, I said, I am just lazy by nature and I don't want a boss telling me what I got to do every day. My boss told me that I couldn't go to my son's Christmas like production because I had Thanksgiving lunch with him. No, I'm going to show up for my kid. And I didn't get paid for it at Christmas, but I went anyway. You know, like that's just me. I don't like to be told what to do.
No, it's because you're a red too. You do.
I'm a red, and I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna end it here. I really appreciate your time. Seriously, like
Thanks for having me on.
I'm glad I connected with you because now like you're someone who I really want to watch.
And I'm gonna send you my Zoom code for the morning power hour Zoom thing.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone who came on tonight. Make sure you guys leave here and tell your teams how freaking amazing the Zoom was. Get people wanting to watch this because this will definitely fire people up. Thank you guys all so much, and thank you, Jeni, so much. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. Bye, guys. Bye.